Welcome to my latest 2023 NFL preview, and today I am breaking down the New York Jets. Here's how my previews work. I start off with 3 things I like about the Jets, followed up by 3 things I don't like. Then I'll go over the yearly win total odds, break down the Jets schedule, and at the end I reveal if I am putting action down on the Jets. Now let's kick this off with the first thing I like about the New York Jets. It's Aaron Rodgers, duh! Stafford leaves for the Rams, they win a Super Bowl. Tom Brady leaves for the Bucks, they win a Super Bowl. Why not 3 for 3? This is pretty much a no-brainer, so I'm not going to go into a ton of details, but with Aaron Rodgers added, the Jets are now a Super Bowl contender. The second thing I like about the Jets is their defensive line. I will admit, I didn't think the Jets would re-sign Quinnen Williams, but they did. The 3rd overall pick in the 2019 draft was just dominant last year, but Williams is just part of the Jets' best defensive line since the famous Sacks exchange. Carl Lawson, after missing all of 2021, rebounded with a very solid season last year, and John Franklin Myers is one of my favorite players in the NFL. He's an athletic, productive defensive end, but he's 290 with the size and ability to play inside. The Jets last year got one of my draft crushes in Jermaine Johnson, and while he didn't have a productive rookie season, he is primed for a breakout season in 2023. But they didn't stop there. In the first round of this year's draft, they went after Will McDonald, a wildly athletic but undersized defensive end. He will also help out this year. This defense gave up the 4th fewest points in the NFL last season, mostly because of this dominant defensive line, and they're going to come back in 2023 better and with more depth. This is probably the best defensive line going into the NFL this year. The third thing I like about the Jets is getting Breece Hall and Elijah Vera Tucker back from injury. These two suffered season-ending injuries week 7 versus the Broncos. The Jets were 5-2 and they finished 7-10. To be fair, the Jets offensive line had multiple injuries, but it seemed Elijah Vera Tucker's hurt the most. Remember, the Jets traded the 23rd, 66th, and 86th pick in the draft just to be able to trade up to acquire Elijah Vera Tucker. He was having an all-pro season when he went down. Now he's healthy and back. He will need to protect that Aaron Rodgers guy. The Jets did have offensive rookie of the year in Garrett Wilson, but it would have been Breece Hall. I had a major draft crush on Hall, a big back with speed and receiving ability. He was averaging an insane 5.8 yards per carry and an 11.5 yards per reception average. Despite missing over half the season, Breece Hall was still the Jets' leading rusher, and if healthy, he will be one of the best backs in the league this year. To recap the 3 things I like about the Jets: Aaron Rodgers, the defensive line, and Hall and Vera Tucker coming back from injury. Before I reveal the 3 things I don't like about the Jets, make sure you smash that like button. And if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me when you actually subscribe to the channel. Now, 3 things I don't like about the New York Jets. The first thing I don't like about the Jets is I'm not sold on head coach Robert Saleh. Yes, he was an excellent defensive coordinator with the 49ers, but the Niners defense didn't drop off. Matter of fact, they played really good without him. So far, his record as Jets head coach is 11-23. That's a 324 average. It's good for a batting average, but it's not good for an NFL head coach. The second thing I don't like about the Jets are the high expectations. I'm showing you an article by Elite Sports New York. It's one of many articles showing what is basically common knowledge. It's Super Bowl or bust in 2023 for the New York Jets, coming off of a 7-10 season. The Jets' last winning record happened in 2015. Their last playoff win was 2010, but it's Super Bowl or bust this year. I get it. You got Rodgers. Now, boom, a Super Bowl. But New York's a different sports town than Tampa or LA. How will the New York media and fans handle a possible slow start? You'll see what I mean when I break down the schedule. And that's the third thing I don't like about the Jets, is their brutal schedule for 2023. Before I break down the Jets schedule, I just want to point out the obvious. The AFC East is loaded. Usually when you finish last in the division, you get a last place schedule that is favorable. Not the Jets. This schedule is brutal, especially early, and that could cause issues with fans. Jets fans are not known for their patience, and considering they are expecting a Super Bowl, we'll have to see what happens. To recap the 3 things I don't like: I'm not sold on Robert Saleh, I don't like the Super Bowl or bust expectations, and this schedule is brutal. Now let's take a look at the schedule and you'll see what I mean. The yearly win total odds are at 9.5. 1.5. So if you want to bet the over, you need at least 10 wins. You can check out the video here if you don't understand yearly win total odds or how to bet on the NFL. I also think 10 wins is minimum to make the playoffs in the AFC this year. You will notice right away the first 6 games of the season are brutal. Monday night at home hosting the Buffalo Bills is going to be an awesome game, but you get one day less rest before a tough game at Dallas. The next 2 games are at home. You get the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football before you travel to Denver. Then week 6 you host the Eagles. Then you get a much needed bye week. After the bye you play the Giants, technically a road game but not really. Then Monday Night Football versus the Chargers, then 2 more road games. Then you get a key 3-game home stretch. Then the Giants finish with 3 out of their final 4 games on the road. The way I see the schedule is you could go 2-4 before the bye. After the bye, I think you got to win 2 out of those next 4 games, and then that 3-game home stretch, those are 3 winnable games I think you need to win. Then with 3 out of the final 4 games on the road, you should be able to get 2 wins. If you followed my math, it's 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. That only equals 9. The Jets got to steal the game early or on the road if they want to get to 10 wins. I fully expect the Jets to get to 10 wins. Where they steal that game from, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm expecting about 10 wins for the Jets. Am I going to put action down? Absolutely not. While I think the Jets will definitely be a better team than they were last year, anything over 10 wins isn't something I'm going to bet on. Now, you can see a preview for all 32 teams right here on this playlist. Next will be the Washington Commanders, so I will see you then.